When a new prison is built in the United States, one of the factors that determines its location is an area's second grade reading scores. I learned this in an upper level education class at a private college in central New York. And as it stumbles off my professor's tongue, all I can see are faces. Faces that used to show up to family reunions, faces from my high school yearbook, faces that are missing from Christmas card photographs, but appear almost apologetically in videos posted to Facebook. Fathers and daughters dancing in the backyard. She wearing a new cotton sundress, and he sporting the latest in technological advances on his ankle. These are the boys that taught me how to throw a football and drive a pickup truck, how to build a snowman and a pasture fence, who never dreamed that they would look at a section of taut high tensile wire with not pride, but cold despair. For we value masculinity in our heroes and our villains, but not when it comes in a certain class of boys. A class of boys who watched the movies, read the news, and took careful notes at every ball game, only to find when they reached the final exam that they were never meant to pass. No one told them it was important that Bruce Wayne lived in a mansion and not a trailer. And as I sit in this classroom between two sons of successful businessmen, I have never felt more privileged as a woman. Because you see, this was supposed to be a conversation about sexism in the classroom, and my moment of inner turmoil about the American prison system was not in anyone's lesson plan. But one of my classmates asked a question about the intersectionality of gender, class, and discipline, and that somehow led us here. And as percentages glare at us from the smartboard screen, no one wants to point out that less than 10% of all state and federal prisoners are female. But I do not need these numbers to know that it is I and not my boys sitting in this uncomfortable plastic chair, not because I was smarter or kinder or a better citizen, but because I was spared a Y chromosome and because I filled in the right bubbles on a second grade reading test. I know that I am so lucky to be a girl. Because when I take the prevailing system by the throat and attempt to make it see its own failure reflected in my worn out eyes, I am merely ignored. I was born too low in the social ladder to ever reach the glass ceiling, and so they do not bother to clip my wings. And with my fury hidden behind my femininity in my books on social justice and educational theory, I am not a threat, and so they do not cage my voice. And so I will keep on singing the same song whose first notes were carved into bars of steel until it becomes the tune in the back of everyone's head, the so often ignored elevator music to which they cannot help but sing along. And I will keep beating the world with my tiny wings until we can finally march to the beat of our hearts. For well-mannered women seldom make history, and neither do boys who tell hard truths to blank walls. And we are all part of the same statistics, which we never acknowledge when we're on the winning side. And I raise my hand and clear my throat. This outspoken feminist has been unusually quiet today. Let me tell you about my boys.